explain the meaning of the notion of potential output, different theoretical approaches in which it is taken into consideration. In the mainstream theory, potential output is determined by forces which are largely independent of those which affect actual output. Moreover, because of the tendency of investment decisions to adapt to saving decisions, actual output tends to spontaneously adjust to potential output. In Keynes-inspired theories, potential output is merely a ceiling to which actual output can get close if it is absorbed by a sufficient level of aggregated matter. There is no spontaneous process leading actual output close to the potential one. On the contrary, it can happen that after an extended period of underutilization of productive capacity, capital stock declines. This can determine a decrease in potential output, which will thus tend to adapt to actual output. The paper also shows that estimates of potential output are not capable of corroborating a theoretical approach. Empirical estimates of potential output must be merely considered as measures of an economic phenomenon and not its explanation. I would like to emphasize the topicality of the content of Antonella Palumbo's paper. Potential output, in its mainstream meaning, played a leading role in the decades which preceded the current crisis. As we have seen, it is thought of as the center of education of the economic system. This would constantly gravitate, therefore, around full employment income. This work, recalling the confidence climate associated with the period preceding the crisis. In his presidential address, the American Economic Association concerning the state of macroeconomics, Robert Lucas asserted that its central problem of depression prevention has been solved. Blanchard and Giavazzi also maintained that for Europe, as had occurred in the US, the future is brighter. The long-term effect should be a recovery of the labor share and a decrease in volume unemployment. Only a few years later, however, the world fell into the deepest economic crisis since the Great Depression. The crisis has undermined some of the certainties of the last decades. Confidence in the self-regulating capabilities of the economic system have begun to slide. Governments and monetary authorities have been compelled to hand out massive financial support to banks and insurance companies in the verge of bankruptcy. Many governments have taken the necessary steps to support low-income households or to control a rise in unemployment. These measures have resulted in a burden of the national budget. Today there is the tendency to adopt severe fiscal policies. In Europe, the reduction of budget deficit and debt is considered of overriding importance, in spite of the persisting crisis. This involves severe cuts to the welfare state. The most dangerous aspect of a situation is, however, the illusion implied in these economic policies that once past the unavoidable phase of reduced activity levels and an increase in unemployment, income will rapidly regain the levels seen previous to the crisis and recessionary policies. The paper by Antonella Palumbo shows that this view is illusory. Once the confidence in the capability of the economic system tends spontaneously towards the question. The most realistic consequence of severe fiscal policies is a persistent crisis instead of recovery, with the likely effect of underutilization of productive capacities and therefore a drop in potential output itself.